think it's hiding away. I think, and I don't think you need to be a billionaire or a millionaire to hide away. I think when I was younger, I just asked the same question: why don't these people help each other? And the reality is, you can't, because people don't want help; they want a gift, they want a drink, they want money, and they don't want to work for it. So you think, well, why would I give you that when I've had to, put the hours in the grind to give you free money? It doesn't work like that. So what tends to happen, you sort of hide away with your own sort of people. So where I live now in Surrey, it's my own sort of people. We know each other of a certain caliber when it comes to wealth and status. And we never talk about money, never. I'm not saying they're my best friends, because they're not, they're just acquaintances. And I also believe that because people think you've got lots of money, that you have like an obligation to give them money, when you think, well, no one helped me out when I was younger. And that's not me being nasty or awkward. I'm just saying you've got to go through the process yourself. Go through, the sleepless nights, the heartache, the breakups, losing money, not getting paid on time, getting rid of people if you need to. And I think people don't appreciate that. So what tends to happen is, and I used to get always like, we still get letters saying, can you donate this, can you donate that? And it's all about, I don't mind the donation, it's like, what's the meaning behind it? Why should I donate and why should I give you stuff? Whereas what we try and do is we try and be more hands-on. So lots of stuff I do in India, for example, is before the pandemic, I'll send a group of doctors and dentists to India, ship the machines over. They don't charge me anything, but I pay for their machinery and the equipment and food and whatever, like a daily allowance, but that's not their salary. I like doing more of that rather than just saying, here's £50,000 off you go, or here's £1 million off you go. I don't think I've never done that, and I don't think I would encourage people to do that. But just going back to your question of why do people that have money hide, it's just we don't want to hide. We just want to be accepted. But as soon as you say who you are, and I get it all the time, I never use my full real name. I just say it's Joe, and when I say what's his surname is Singh. My hairdresser never knew for years, like probably 15 years, what real name was. I just say it's Joe. And then they found out, oh my God, I don't know anything. You're so normal. And I said, well, what did you expect? And I think there's a connotation of, if you're wealthy, you're arrogant, and if you're wealthy, you have an ego. And yes, there are people like that, but that's not me, and that's not my upbringing. I'd rather just talk to you and talk to a homeless person, and it doesn't. We're all the same. Money doesn't make you a better person. Money gives you more options and more choices, and you should try and help others, but in your own way, not like you're not obliged to help people. I don't like that, and I won't tolerate that, and I never have. And someone said to me the day, how do you tolerate with people saying negative, nasty things about how you help people? I said, well, it's just their opinion. I don't let it get to that stage in my brain. What I call this, I might laugh at this, but I have 2 security guards, 2 big bouncers at the front of my brain, at the door, and don't let anybody in, i.e. the thoughts in, so that my brain has a nasty experience. So there's a no, that comment's not interested, no, can't come in. And that's how I cope with the negative trolls and whatever, because you will get that once you put your head above the parapet, once you are successful, and we pay organisations that we're not in the public eye, but now all of a sudden I want to do something, it's like, you're this, you're that, this is not true, that is not true, and you have to respect that. But I don't let it affect me, because why? So focus on the outcome, not the actual process. And again, if you're with your own people, then I ask that question. I never ask my neighbours how you made your money, how much have you got. I'm interested, I'm intrigued, but I'm not going to question them, because if they want to lie to me, they want to lie to me. I'm not their judge. If someone lies to you, it's fine, let them lie to you. If they tell you the truth, fine. I like to be told the truth, but if someone has the need to lie to me, or to get money out of me, or my time, or I see straight through it, but I don't punish them. I just get. My peer said to me, "It's really interesting. You never get angry. You just get disappointed." I said, "Yeah, because I think everybody on this planet should have a fair and equal chance of being successful, because nobody doesn't take it with them. My grave, we're cremated, but if I was buried, the size of my grave is going to be the size of your grave. And I might have 10 trillion in the bank. It's the same size. Mine ain't going to be bigger than yours. And even look at the Egyptian pharaohs where they buried their treasures. Guess what? It's still here. It's still here. Even the terracotta army where he had 10,000 soldiers, they're still here. So I don't think you should look at life like that. You should look at life of enjoy every moment you can. But if there's an issue, just focus on that issue. Don't make it even bigger than it is, because then it starts getting what I call cancerous, starts spreading.
Yeah.
You start dwelling. You don't need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one can, let's be honest, no one can judge you. Nobody, not your wife, not your kids, not your mum, nobody can, because they don't have a right to, because they're not perfect. Yeah. The only, what I call personal being is God. If you're that way, if you're spiritual, which I am, which we are, then he or she can, but nobody else can judge you. Who are they to say you're good or you're bad? If I'm bad, great. If I'm good, great. It doesn't. You're not going to pay me more money. I can't monetize that. And that's the one thing I always say to my guys is, whatever you're trying to do, if someone's saying great things about you or not so great things about you, how do you monetize that and buy a loaf of bread at the supermarket? That's it. Keep it simple. What you're saying to me, can I go to my local supermarket and buy a pint of milk and a loaf of bread? If I can, let's carry on. If I can't, stop, reevaluate, and see where you are and move on. Don't let people affect you as social media tries to do, because they're keyboard warriors. That's all they're going to